And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars. And also the Oliva Cigar family. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
I am a blues man. I live this life.
And welcome to the show. We are the blues men over here.
That's right. And Joey is the blues brother.
Well, yes, sir. How's it going?
So we got Ronnie working the phones, trying to get the good doctor on. So as soon as we get that taken care of, we'll get him going. But welcome everyone to tonight's show. We have a exciting show going on tonight with the Dr. Oscar. We got Sunil and we got Sabrina, all bringing the house with our good whiskey pairing brother from another mother, Joey Gulino.
Yes, sir. Tonight we're going to be doing the 33 Oaks Maduro. This is from our guy, Mr. Pontiac GTO, Dr. Oscar Rodriquez. We're going to be pairing that with the GlenDronach 15 single malt Scotch. This is basically bourbon cigar versus single malt Scotch. So as I mentioned, I'm Joe Gulino. I'm a enthusiast writer for Whiskey Network magazine. I do whiskey and cigar pairing reviews. I've been doing it for about a year and a half now. So we're going to compare my notes. I usually do this beforehand, before the show. We're going to compare my notes to what everybody else is getting on the show. We're going to hear from, of course, Dr. Oscar Rodriquez. He's going to give us the rundown on this beautiful cigar. We're going to hear from Sabrina Crawford. She is Planes and Plates on Instagram. She travels around the world and she brings us cool experiences through her experiences as she travels around the world. And she's a big food enthusiast. So we're going to get some perspective from her on the pairing. She is somewhat of a newbie to cigars. She has been getting into the whiskey a little bit. So it'll be interesting to get some perspective from her. And then we have Sunil Dyal of lWonders of Whiskey. He is Mr. Wow. I'm excited about the show tonight. I'm excited to hear from our guests and get into this pairing.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hot show tonight.
It's going to be a hot show if we could get Oscar on.
Yeah, if we can get Oscar on, it's going to be great.
We can be his proxy.
Yeah, we may have to do the old school. We'll phone in. We'll just patch him in. We'll patch him in through the phone, the board here with the phone. But like getting back to it, I am Kyle. This is my sidekick tonight, Ronnie Pecorini. And then
get off the phone.
And then down in Florida, we have the good cousin Frank.
The good cousin, not the bad cousin. The good cousin. You got to remember.
Well, there's an evil Frank twin out there, and when he comes out, you got to be
very,
careful.
very careful.
Tread lightly.
That's right, Joey. Joey knows the wrath of Frank. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me since.
He got thrown on his ass.
That was a one and done, guys. That was a one and done.
Yeah, and then Frank moved on you, so now he's even in a different place.
Oh, yeah,
right.
Now I've got double gates, so he can't get in. He can't climb this fence. It's so damn high. That's what you do when you want to keep the vagrants out.
So you constructed your own border fence around your property.
I actually dug out a moat around my house to protect me from the Gulino experience.
I'll find you.
Hey, real quick, everybody, make sure you're hitting the share button, getting that word out there. We want to make this show a real great show tonight, so make sure we're getting the word out on the street. Hit up every group that you're a part of. Get this out in the masses. We want to make sure we have a great show for tonight.
Absolutely. We got a lot of people checking in. We got
Dr. Oscar, guys.
We got Dr. Oscar has made it into the room or no?
No,
we're still on the phone with Dr. Oscar trying to work it on here.
Gotcha.
We might have to do old school where you just get the audio if that works.
Vic Shaw tuning in.
Yeah.
We've got Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Last time Chad was here, he got lit up a little bit, Joey. And he
No,
was
you know
wearing that
what?
Viking cap.
You know what? We gotta send some prayers to Chad Cadden and his family. He just lost his house in a house fire.
Oh my God!
Unfortunately.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh, my goodness.
There is a GoFundMe up in WBSC, so make sure you guys
Wow!
get in there
Okay.
and help out as much as you can.
Holy cow! Thank you for
wow.
letting us know, Joe.
Yeah. Also, I want to wish my cousin's wife, Sandy Koziak, a happy birthday.
Oh well, happy birthday!
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're traveling in Italy.
Yeah, they're in Europe right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I guess what we can do. Oh, wait a minute! I heard a beep.
Wait. Oh, wait.
I heard
What?
a beep. Yes,
do we
he's
got?
he is in
Oh,
the green room.
The
Tell him he
doctor is in the house.
Doctor is in the house.
The doctor is in the
green
house.
room. That's a good sign. We
All
like
right.
it when we have the doctor here because he's going to have to check he might have to check my blood pressure. It got raised before the show.
Tell you what, Frank, let's go to our first sponsor break, and then when we come back, we'll be live with the good doctor.
Wow. All right. That was always fun. When live is live. You never know what's going to come out of this.
Yeah, well, this is what makes it fun.
Exactly.
Oh, and I'm back too. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
All right,
Ronnie's
you're
back.
back.
Wasn't that nice? Wasn't it nice though? We didn't hear Ronnie's voice.
Hey, and we didn't start the show off with the Ronnieism right off the
Right,
bat.
we didn't.
So,
Nobody drank yet.
yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? Yeah, Tim. I was taking bets. I was taking bets on the Yankees, the Jets, the Giants. I was making, I was doing
He
all
was
the bookie
bookieing.
calls.
Exactly.
All right. Let's go to
And
the
for
first.
that, I'm going to drink on my own.
Let's go to the first break, and then when we come back on the other side, we'll talk to the good doctor and Joe and get out rolling with this pairing we have tonight.
You got it.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in one. A specially blended Grand Pommier XS VSOP cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Bovita two-way humidification.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, the Art of Magic.
Over the Rhine Premium Cigars is located in the heart of Cincinnati, 50 yards south of historic Findlay Market. We offer both known brands and the finest boutique cigars available. Feel free to bring your favorite beverage and relax in Dude Daycare, where dudes of all genders are welcome. We look forward to serving you at Over the Rhine Premium Cigars. And we are a proud member of the Boutique Cigar Association.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriquez Oliva Cigar Factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
And we're back.
Hello, everybody. Hit the share button. Let's get this show out into the whole entire world. And I'm going to really try to talk slower tonight so I do not create any Ronnieisms or what you guys think you heard from my pronunciation.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
Thanks, Joey. I knew I could count on you, you little bum.
And the first F-bomb goes to Joey, as usual.
No, you already said it on the first part.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's a family show. What does he up here? You know, he don't care. He wants to slander everybody. You stiff. Go ahead. It's your show, Joey. Take it away. Let's get a wonderful guest on.
Yeah, let's get the crew on board if they're still there. Hopefully,
We're here.
We're here.
Well, you guys don't matter. No, not you guys.
I mean, no.
The people that matter. The people that matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to introduce Dr. Oscar first, and then we'll go from there. How's that?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll bring up the good doctor. Good looking here.
All right, guys. This is Mr. Pontiac GTO Dr. Oscar Rodriquez of GTO Cigars.
Mio hermano. ¿Cómo va?
Those who know.
Hola, ¿cómo están ustedes? ¿Cómo están ustedes? Yo me siento bien. Qué bueno está la cosa.
Bien.
What did he say?
Hablamos español todo el día. ¡Ah, qué increíble! Gracias a venir esta noche. So for all you rest of you Americans, what just happened here?
Look at the subtitles. They're coming across the screen.
Go ahead, Joey. Sorry,
All right.
we took away your storm, baby.
You want to bring the rest of the crew on board?
Sure. Absolutely. We'll get.
All right.
And we'll bring. Look at that.
So we have Sabrina Crawford of Planes and Plates, and we have Mr. Wow. This is Sunil Dyal of lWonders of Whisky. Another
Hello,
one.
everyone. Good evening. Great to be here.
Hello.
Let's give Sunil an applause too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
The crowd's going wild. We can't contain them.
Wow.
I see that.
All right, so
New York crowd too, by the way.
we'll start with Dr. Oscar. Good doc. Do you want to run us through this 33 Oaks Maduro?
The 33 Oaks.
Yeah,
guys,
this is the Maduro.
So a brand new, my new release, pretty fantastic. So this cigar came about me on my long walks through Georgia down the Beltline. The blend was already done about, I would say, 5 years ago. But like I'm always a couple of years ahead because you got to be thinking of the future every time you're out there. But the blend was out there, but it was lacking something, and I kept on smoking it. More so in this size, the Corona Gordo. It's my really favorite size to smoke most anything. It's a 6x47.
Yeah.
So it's a real nice size. It's a great smoke. As I walked the Beltline, I was like, man, I always drink like a porter. I like a heavy beer, and just trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with this. Like the blend. I was like, this needs something, and it didn't dawn on me until I started to notice the different oak trees that were around us. Some leaves actually, as I sat, it was windy and some leaves fell. I believe it was a sign from God himself or Jesus or Moses. I don't know. Somebody that's up there. Could have been my dad or my grandfather slapping me in the face, but
it was really inside your head, but we don't tell nobody.
No, really. They came. So I picked up a couple of leaves. I was intrigued because there were so many kinds, and and a gentleman that was there, he's like, yo, those are all oak leaves. And I said, wow. He goes, yeah, right around you, there's actually 5 different species of oak. So I said, whoa. He goes, really? How many are there in Georgia? And he said there were 33. So I was like, hey, that's very interesting. So I'm going to keep that. I noted that. And I took apart some of the leaves and I said, let me burn this. So I said, I lit them on fire. I opened them in half, and I was smelling them as I smoked my cigar. I said, "Man, this is what this blend really needs. It needs a little bit of oak. How do I get the leaf in here? But you can't do that with regular leaves because then combustion would be something else. You have to, so you have different kind of situations going on. So I said,
cigar.
It's the old gangster cigar.
Yes, sir. So I said, I met with a couple of my friends that are in the Scotch and bourbon industry, and I explained to them my thoughts, and they said, no, Maduro, all you need is some oak bourbon barrels. We'll help you get them. I can't tell you who they are because they don't want to be involved in this in the light of this industry, because I think
Keep
they're
it
good,
under
but tobacco is not. But I sent they helped me send all the barrels down home, and then we aged them for. We had some that we did 2 years for the most part. Some went 3, but I'll be honest. After I passed 2 years, I was doing test runs. There was no difference after 2, so it wasn't necessary for it to sit any longer. But the beauty of this tobacco, though, is that I grew all of the tobaccos that are in the blend are actually grown at a higher elevation. On our farm, we have a nice high part. It's roughly at about 1,800 feet above sea level. Everything that we grow in the valley is normally between 600 and 800 feet above sea level. Up there, it's above 1,800, and that area there, we actually never. All we did was grow tobacco up there. So I was like, hey, you know what? Tobacco. We grew coffee and cocoa. So I told my cousins, those 2 things grow on the side. They can grow actually in diagonal. There's no need to waste that. So this was 13 years ago. I said, let's plant that with the same tobaccos that we grow in the valley. And you know what? It's a completely different complexity. It's a hardier leaf. It's different. I can, if you smoke this and you smoke my Corona 10-year, you'll see there's a big notable difference in just the flavors of this tobacco. I'm pretty proud of this one. Not a lot of talk on this one yet, because we just released it in some markets. We did make a special cigar for Atlanta, just because that's where I discovered the final part of the blend, and I gave them the Figurado version. And this guy right here is called the Atlanta Reserve. So if you live in Atlanta, you definitely have this one available. You can get them in Atlanta. Some cities that have all of our cigars, only the premium tobacco houses, I've allowed them to have it, but you have to have something like 20 facings to actually get this cigar in your store. But in Atlanta, they can all have it because it's there. But hey, if you see it, smoke it. It's fantastic. It comes in Connecticut, Corojo, and so I'm gonna light this guy up. Can we light it up?
Yeah.
It's your house. You light whatever you want up, buddy.
Light up too, Oscar.
So what do we have for filler, wrapper, and binder? I'm assuming it's all Dominican.
Oh, the secret sauce.
Can't give away the secret sauce.
It's all from my farm. Like, I honestly do not. I've always made that like the hallmark of our cigars. Our tobacco is only from our house. I do not import. I don't use anybody's stuff. I just want to give everybody purity. We're completely organic. I don't like messing around with no kind of chemicals. So I can only guarantee that from my harvest and stuff that's under my watch. So our stuff is ours, and they're puros from us. So puros from the highest elevation, a whole new tobacco. Nobody in the country has it. So I'm pretty proud of it. But I hope when you guys smoke it, you can check out how beautiful the cigar is. In Connecticut, it's incredible. It's so bready. You could chew on it. You can make a sandwich with it. The Corojo is divine, you know. But this little Madurito is insane. So I'm dying to try it with my with my pairing here.
There you go. Well, what's the total age on the tobacco then?
So all of the filler, the binder, and this wrapper were aged 10 years, but they were aged, you know, undone, and then we put them together and we put them in the barrel for 2 more years, and then we took it all out and then assembled the cigars. They sat for 6 more months, and then we circulated them worldwide. So
they were rolled after they aged in the barrel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. And what's the price point on one of these 6x47s?
The 6x47 should be $9.99 in areas where the tax isn't more than 4 cents a cigar. The taxes above will be added to the $9.99 price.
Yeah. It's fabulous for the price.
Oh yeah.
Doc, these are unbelievable. How much taste?
I mean,
the retro is incredible.
Yeah, we're smoking the Atlanta Reserva, and like in the first third, and I'm getting that heavy coca flavor, even like the dark nuts and fruits through it. I mean, the retro on it is smooth as all get out, getting like no pepper to the nostril at all.
Yeah, and I'll get into the visual pre-light draw, and then we'll get to Sabrina, and these are from my notes because I'd already done the pairing beforehand. On the visual pre-light draw, there is a dry, chalky oiliness to the tough-looking and toothy dark brown Maduro wrapper. The cigar's hard construction has a slight softness to it. Its cool band displays GTO over large fonted 33 oaks superimposed over an orange oak leaf. Its simple but elegant gold foot band slides right off. There is dark chocolate over fresh hay on the side sniff and chocolate-covered raspberries over big floral notes on the dry foot odor. There is some saltiness but no spice when prepping the head for my favorite Colibri V cut with big, bold vanilla raisin brand notes on the dry draw.
What do you think about that, Doctor? Did he do a good examination?
Yeah.
I say that's pretty thorough.
And he's a gynecologist on top of that, you know.
I told you not to tell anybody.
I gotta give you kudos, kiddo. That's pretty
all
good.
right. Speaking of gynecologists, Sabrina.
Hey, she popped the thing twice on you. Come on. She's in a party mode.
Sabrina, tell us about planes and plates and what you've been up to.
So essentially what planes and plates is, I do like private chef and catering work. And then on the other side of things, I also create dishes and, display myself creating dishes to those that follow me on social media. And then as well, I work with just exposing businesses and different companies to consumers. So I'll go out to restaurants, I will go do some adventurous activity. And then I will, make footage of it and, put it into a forum that looks good for everybody. And then I'll expose everybody to it. So I do a lot of influencing, digital creating, as well as the chef work. So it's like a combination of all
a lot going on.
Things. Yes.
You do. You do. Where you based out of and where do you go?
I'm from Chicago. I'm here in Chicago.
There it is.
Yeah, I know that, but we gotta let the crowd know that, you know.
There it is.
we got people in
like
Florida.
Chicago versus New York tonight.
Hey, but you got Florida there, so
Bob. There he is.
Hey, Bob's back. Hey, Bob.
Hey.
What's happening, brother?
There you go. All right. Yeah. So we got New York, we got Florida, and we got Chicago. I mean, think about that. What a connection that is. And, half of Florida there is really a New Yorker side. So I'm taking him to my side. All right. There you go.
It's funny. We haven't gone west of the Mississippi. We're all on the east side of the Mississippi here.
Well, let's keep the west. I'm waiting for that earthquake to happen over there.
All right,
Sabrina,
we'll get into the first third of the cigar here, and then I'm going to get to Sunil. On the first third, I get very sweet chocolate on the foot smoke odor. Then bold, leathery chocolate notes hit the palate with lingering macadamia nuts on the finish. Then a nice transition to sweet and mild campfire roasted walnuts over smoked vanilla oats and a subtle spicy punch on the retrohale. This cigar is slightly salty, very slow burning, complex in flavor, and the ash holds perfectly with the nice even burn. And you can tell, I'm in Chicago, and it's pretty windy here.
Echo. We definitely don't want to hear Joe twice. So make the adjustment.
Twice.
I'd rather hear Sabrina twice than Joe.
I just shut off Sabrina's mic, so I think that helped.
There you go.
I don't know what happened there.
Sabrina disappeared. Okay.
She disappeared, but her mic.
Well, it's Chicago. Anything can happen.
I don't know what's going on.
Well.
I don't know if it's Sabrina's mic.
Oh no, I shut her down again.
All right,
and we're good,
hey, folks. Okay. Anything live, anything can happen live.
That's interesting.
It is what it is. It's part of the show.
It was a guess on my part that it was her mic.
So like I was saying, I'm in Chicago. It's pretty breezy here right now.
Oh, see, her mic is engaged here. Hold on. I'm going to have to. Whoa. I mute it, but then it comes back. Interesting.
She's a ghost.
Well,
well,
and her screen went blank too. It's
I know.
Really weird.
She might have to
No, we can't see you, Sabrina.
Yeah.
No, we can't see Sabrina, and her mic is feeding back, and it keeps coming back to live.
Sabrina, if you can hear us, you might want to reboot.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
And I'm gonna give her the boot.
All right, getting back to the first third here.
Yeah. So this lengthy first third immediately ignites that relaxing feeling of sitting around a summer campfire. It's very complex first third here. Very enjoyable smoke. It is. I smoked. Is it the Corojo, the 33 Oaks Corojo?
Yeah,
I smoked that earlier today. Great cigar. It's very like very buttery for me. Very creamy and buttery. And this is like very like bolder, like in your face with those leathery chocolate notes, which that's my
right
jam.
up front. Yeah, it's right up front. I mean, it's totally there. You know what? It was interesting because when I just got it out of the cello, I was just kind of getting a little bit of that odor from the cigar, and I was like, wow, seems a little floral. It had like a little bit of a floral note to it. So when I started smoking it, it was completely the opposite of floral. It was actually chocolate. I'm like, whoa, how do we get chocolate from flowers? Doc, are you kind of like a little bit of a magician too?
Chocolate is a flower.
It's all cocoa.
Good point. Good point.
I think we just got Frankism by the doctor himself.
Frank got chooched by the doctor.
I think we all need to drink to Dr. Oscar on that one. He nailed him
me in my place. Thank you.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right, Sunil, tell us about Wonders of Whiskey, how you got started with that, and what you've been up to in the whiskey world.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for having me, guys. It's just been great to be here and meet some new friends tonight. So, quite candidly, Wonders of Whiskey just started as a passion of mine, rooted in whiskey, of course. And January 1st, 2019, I decided to post my first picture on Instagram. It was a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue over the holidays. And from there, it just kind of spiraled, just really got more into it, started connecting with the audience. And as I went by, I guess I did an okay job on Instagram because I started to grow my following. And again, it's just passion driven. And sure enough, I got to about 10,000 followers around COVID. And I said, you know what? You can't really do much during COVID. Let me see if I can start doing some things virtually. And being that I had about 10,000 followers, I was able to align with brands, not only in Scotland, but the US and even world whiskeys. And we were able to have a chat and gave them the opportunity to reach their audience, right? Which is a whiskey audience, which is what I had. So that started taking off. And then through this whiskey journey, I realized for whatever reason, in the United States, we lacked quality, cool whiskey glasses. So I said, why is that? And why can't I solve for that? So then I started doing my research, rolled up my sleeves, and started finding the perfect glass blower in Europe to align with, to make glasses for Wonders of Whiskey to sell on a platform. And what I came up with was the Professional, which is this glass here. Let me put it in the screen here. So as you can see, it's the way shape of the glass really lends itself to delivering the optimal experience when you're drinking whiskey. And what I'll tell you guys, it's not just whiskey. I have folks now buy these glasses for tequilas, rums, mezcals, cognacs, champagne. Nice. So it's really spread beyond whiskey because they can see the quality in the glass, they love it, and it really enhances the overall experience. So there's Instagram, there's the glassware, which is now a vessel, and I'll just kind of share this with you guys real quick. I just launched a couple new items. This is the carbon version of the of the Professional.
Yeah.
And then lastly, we have the black glass version. So this is the Professional in black. Thank you. And this is a beautiful packaging it comes with.
Oh wow! What is that presentation?
It's a magnetic enclosure. And of course I ship it, so it has to be You know, there's shockproof foam in here. So these are the packaging that comes with it. So the last thing is what I wanted to do, and really kind of leaned on things that I did in the past, which is around events. Used to host events, and I said, why not I start doing whiskey events, and started doing a lot of smaller events, which was really successful. Started aligning with brands. I would have the brand ambassador come in, and I said, you know what, I want to do something really special, unique, and bring in a lot of females into the whiskey world, because typically when I go to whiskey events, quite candidly, there's about 90 to 95% gentlemen there, which is fine, but I would love to see a mixture of folks. So what I did for my event in December, which I hosted here in Florida, was called the Wow Tasting Experience. I intertwined every premium spirit you can think of. So we had rums, tequilas, mezcals, everything I mentioned before, champagne, with food. Everybody had to wear white, so there was a theme involved.
Oh, nice.
I had a string quartet.
You know what's interesting? That's really interesting that you mentioned that. You know, Sunil, you know, there's something that I saw that was out there, and I figured, you know what, I may want to. Oops, I hear a feedback.
Yeah, it's Ronnie playing on his phone here.
Oh,
I'm talking to people. I'm talking to people.
Yeah, but you don't have to have your volume
He's
up.
an important. Ronnie's important, apparently.
All right, you know, I'm sorry. Let me call it. There's a Ronnieism. I screwed up. I'm sorry. Take my apologies.
Everybody drink, because you know we can't get anything done with Ronnie around.
Oh,
but
wow.
I was kind of doing my research on you a little bit, and
okay.
I saw some things that were out there, and I wanted to play it for the audience, but you know, those things have kind of copyrighted music. So what I did was I incorporated some of our own music, which is part of our music man. He's Robbie Canillo. So Rob Canillo, and I kind of, you'll see, and you tell me if this kind of epitomizes what your experiences are like. So here you go. I'm going to play this.
Let's take a look. I'm excited.
Turn your lamp down low. Put your best dress on. How your hair feel high. 'Cause we're going out tonight. We'll go downtown. I'll show you around. Go to some good places. We'll see some happy faces. Wow, that was that was great. That almost looks like a great beginning of Saturday Night Live on top of that, man.
It almost looked like that was Karen Berger dancing there for a second.
Oh, great
that was
job.
great. So I'm presuming that was the surprise you had for me tonight, huh?
That was a surprise I had for you today.
This is a wow glass right here too. I actually won this on one of his Instagrams with Robin Kupar, who's going to be on the show next month.
Oh,
from
fantastic.
Glen Grant.
Yep.
Sunil, what do you call this glass? This is probably my favorite.
It's the G411. So it's, you know, again, shaped to deliver a really great overall experience. You know, a little wider at the bottom. It concaves as it comes up to the rim. And I think the one you have is actually hand painted in amber, the stem as well as the base. So it kind of emulates the color of whiskey.
Yes, absolutely. This is probably my favorite and I'm not just kissing ass. This is probably my favorite whiskey glass.
So now, what is the price point on like the professional or the G411?
People are asking, how can they get them?
Yeah, no, sure. So thanks for asking. So I've kind of shifted away right now, and Joe, you may know this. So I've kind of right now I'm just really focused on the professional. It's been my best-selling glass since it released. I can still get the other glasses I used to carry, but I really kind of do those more like in a bulk fashion right now.
Yeah.
So the Claire Professional retails for 65.
Okay.
60. You can get that on wonderswhiskey.com. Thank you for showing it. And the colored versions, the carbon, as well as the black version, those are 75. So 60 and 75. Basically, obviously, it's a little bit more labor intensive to hand paint those glasses in the color, so the cost is a little bit more. You typically get shipping in 3 to 5 business days. It will be at your doorsteps.
Wow. That's amazing.
Awesome.
That is
awesome.
absolutely,
man.
Now I have a quick question.
Sabrina wants a whole case for her deal. Sabrina, right? Make a deal with her.
Now I don't know if I missed this when I was like glitching in the Matrix or whatever, but the glass that it looks like the mix between like a red wine glass, like a glass that we use for like port wine, and like a whiskey. It looks like a mixture between like a few different things. So I'm like wondering, like, where did you get the inspiration from to make this? Like, where does this come
hybrid?
From? I don't know if I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Thanks for asking, Sabrina. So basically, I kind of like went back into the archives, right, and looked to see what worked for whiskey, and I kind of took elements of different glasses, and I kind of took what was the best from each one of the glasses, and I put it together in this, right? And very similar to wines, right? There's different wine glasses for whites, for reds, for champagnes, and they all really act to, enhance the nose based on what you're looking at. So these glasses really designed for whiskey, as I mentioned, with the wider bottom, right? The alcohol stays to the bottom, and with this concave to the rim, the notes of the whiskey rises to the top. So you're able to pick out notes from the whiskey that you typically wouldn't get from other glasses. And it's just amazing. And I know it's my glass and I'm saying this, but if you look at the reviews on the website, people just rave about the glass, how they're able to detect various notes in the whiskeys that they did not detect before. And as I mentioned before, to your point, Sabrina, folks are now buying them, not just for whiskey, they're using them for better quality rums and tequilas and mezcals, because they're able to, again, pull out some of these notes they may not have got from the typical glass they were using before. It's a great question.
So we do have a question, and maybe from the view, because I also thought the same thing. Is it a 2-pack, or do you have a single glass? Because we were asking if there was 2 in there at one point. Did you show a double?
Yeah, no, so great question. So I used to sell them by 2s, but honestly, what I did was, beginning of this year, I wanted to make the glass even better. So I actually, this glass weighs like twice as much as my other glass. I also created a lid for it on top of it. Wow. So I do sell them by the individual. Okay. But here, I'll do this for you guys. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into another glass that's going to be launching.
Hold on. We got to do an exclusive. Wait. Hold on.
There you go.
Exclusive. Here it is, folks. Ready.
I love it. Right on time. And you guys know this. So this is going to be launching later this year. And the reason I did that, because I had some folks, they love the glass, but they're afraid to break it. They're like, look, we love what we get, but we're afraid that with the stem. So what I did was, this is going to be a glass that's going to be launched later this year. So it has the same top as the professional, but it has a base of what we call a Glencairn, but a much more substantial base of a Glencairn that's really popular in the whiskey world. So I kind of borrowed what's out there and put it together with what's working. So I think this is going to do extremely, extremely well. Probably wouldn't launch quite candidly till around the holidays, because although COVID happened a couple of years ago, COVID has still slowed down the production, and companies are still catching up, especially when it comes to hand-blown whiskey glasses. So very soon, it's going to go into production, and by the time it comes here to the United States, it'll probably be in that November timeframe.
So Sabrina, you can get that for me for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'll get everybody glasses for Christmas.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
We'll come back on the Christmas show. We'll give some away too. Why not? No,
I love it.
That was fascinating. Fascinating glasses indeed. We're looking. I'm reading the reviews, and people are pretty hyped up on it. So,
and then the short one, is that one going to ship with the little topper like the stemmed one too, or what are you thinking?
Yes, no, it's a great question. So this one, so I forgot to mention. So this is going to sell by 2. So this will come in a pair, but I'm not going to sell this one with the lid. So if you want the lid, you have to go to the professional. So this will come in a pair of 2s. Very cool packaging, just like you saw in the first one. But yeah, hopefully November I'll have that ready.
Oh, now beautiful. The top is the circumference about the same as a Glencairn because they make toppers that you can buy separately.
Yep. So I purposely did this, right? So the topper is going to work in here as well.
Okay.
But you can only get it if you purchase the professional, the original. Yeah.
That's good. You want them coming back for more.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's correct.
That's what Dr. Oscar always says.
One more blood test, right, Doctor?
I do want to comment, though, and say thank you for putting together the reel before with kind of combining my Florida event, which you guys saw. Really elegant. Well done. I mean, people love the event. And now going the video clip from that building showing the Queensboro Bridge, that's going to be the event location for my New York event on October 15th. So for those of you guys who are listening, mark your calendars, New York, October 15th, we're going to have the Wild Tasting Experience in Long Island City. It's a spectacular venue.
Yeah.
6,000 square feet, outdoor, overlooking the skyline of New York City.
Awesome.
And everyone here is already on the VIP list. So
that's right. We've already invited, but we just didn't know.
Are we going to do a live show up there? I mean, we could stop by and do a live show if we're invited.
Doctor, your mic's muted. What are you saying?
This way we could throw Ronnie off the roof.
Oh my God!
Oh man! And I'll land on my better side just for that. Okay.
The good doctor says he's going. He's going to be there.
Oh, all right. We can redo this whole Perry. Sabrina, come on over to New York. We'll show you what's happening.
There we go.
Where in Long Island City will that be?
Okay, so it's the event, again, releasing it first because no one really knows the name yet, but it's called the Bourdon, LIC. It's right on the very close to the river by the Queensboro Bridge. So when you're actually outdoors, you're able to see the Queensboro Bridge kind of right over you. It's fantastic.
It'll be on the south side, I imagine.
Silver Cup. By the studio or on the other side?
I'm sorry?
Near the studio? On the studio side or on the other side of the bridge?
You know what? I am not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure
what
side it is.
It will probably be on the south side, Bob, instead of Ravenswood. It would probably be on the south side because they built amazing buildings over there.
I know.
Too, so yeah,
I've been there recently.
It's a beautiful view of Manhattan.
Yes.
October 15th, guys. Okay, we'll have to take a look at our calendars.
Yeah, something to look forward to.
All right, Doc, you think you can handle New York weather in October? Sabrina's used to it. Don't worry about it.
I am.
You're from Brooklyn. Okay.
Have you ever thought about potentially, since it's an outdoor event on a rooftop, could you smoke there? Is there a possibility?
Yeah, so great question. So it's indoor, outdoor. So we're going to have the indoors, I think it's about 4,000 square feet. So it's pretty large also. And yes, I did. We are going to have a cigar company that's going to be represented, very premium by nature. So for VIP customers who purchase a VIP ticket, you'll also get a cigar as well.
I know a good cigar brand.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, GTO, you got to know.
We're already on the VIP
Just
list,
saying.
so, I mean,
Just saying.
It's already happening.
Not bad. All right,
So
Joe.
Joey, let's talk about the pairing because I'm excited about this. I've been kind of just sipping.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys wanted to do more sponsorship before we get more into the cigar.
That's it. Look
You
at
know
Joey.
Oh,
Look at Joey.
Wait,
Look
where's
at
Bruce
him. He's
Stark when
become
we
the new
need it?
Bruce
Can't
Stark.
forget the sponsors, guys.
Bruce
Yeah.
has been quiet.
Bruce is probably already in the bathroom. I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll get in the cigar in a little
Or
bit
he
here.
wet himself.
Yep.
Yeah, look at Joe. Thank you, Joe. You know, we got so caught up in this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to do this. You
That's
know,
why we
thank
bring
you,
the
Joe.
young guys on.
That's
You can keep
the
us
wow.
up.
That's the wow effect.
That's right.
All right,
Nice.
take it away, Frank.
Howard G Cigars is a dynamic new cigar brand grown from a love for cigar culture and a respect for the artisanship behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines: Black Moses, Magic Stick, All Pro Series, featuring Leon Searcy's signature cigar and Ike Taylor's one-of-a-kind.
You got the one-of-a-kind rankings. They got me at 89. I'm cool with that.
We are focused on evolving as a dynamic brand and bringing you new flavor-filled blends that you'll enjoy and want to share. Visit our website at www.howardgcigars.com. You can find a full list of our retail partners there too. Thank you for making us part of your humidor.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes, we grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. Blue Smoke Atlanta is the vision of Robin Blue, founder and CEO, and represents an award-winning luxury smoking accessory line based in Atlanta and sold worldwide. Since 2019, Blue Smoke Atlanta's goal was to redefine traditional smoking accessories into a timeless collection of exquisitely handcrafted luxury products to include cigar pokers, cannabis clips, jewelry, and other awesome things. For an elevated smoking experience, visit us at www.bluesmokeatl.com.
At Mountain Smoke Premium Tobacco, we specialize solely in the finest hand-rolled, craft, and boutique cigars on the market. Mountain Smoke Premium Tobacco is sure to have something that will excite you. Shop our online humidor at www.mountainsmokewv.com.
A family of 4 generations in tobacco. It started in Odense, Denmark, 141 years ago, 1882, with a factory and a retail store by Eric Peter Stokeby. 4th Generation is a premium quality brand consisting of a selection of tin and loose tobaccos made in Denmark, pipes made of the finest quality briar, and superior accessories from leather goods, lighters, and pipe tools. The selection of 4th Generation products are available in premium pipe and cigar stores in the US and many European countries. Check out 4thGenPipeTobacco.com.
We're just having a quick discussion here about the cigar, and what Joey said earlier, I fully agree. Very chocolatey and very salty. Now, I would assume that this was something that was the leaf was grown closer to the water, to the ocean, with the amount of salt I'm getting. Why is that? Because Frank just told me this is a higher elevation leaf. Why am I getting that? You don't know.
it's a newer earth. Quite honestly, we've never grown anything but coffee and cocoa up there. So you know it's just what the nature gave us up there. You know, so I've got that area roped off.
It's not that it's bad. I was just
great.
curious. I love it, but it's just so strange because I've only had that kind of a saltiness from leaves that were grown closer to the ocean, not higher elevation.
Is the soil there volcanic, or is it more,
It's definitely it's a volcanic ash,
right?
And we're only about 35 minutes away from the ocean. We're on the North Shore, so it's
Okay,
not
so
that
that you
far
could get
off.
that, so you could get that ocean breeze, we'll call it.
That could be. That could be.
Let's
I
go
love,
with that.
I love the
Very
salinity
nice,
of the
very
cigar.
nice.
And that with the chocolate in it gives you that, you know,
Yeah.
I'm salivating like a crazy person. My mouth is just salivating and wanting more. So
we'll smoke another cigar.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
So we'll get into the second, third, and the final third here, and then I'm going to let Sunil give us the rundown on this GlenDronach 15. So in that second, third, again, that perfect ash is still holding strong even against this strong Chicago breeze here. The draw opens up with bolder notes of both chocolate and vanilla. Then everything mellows together to creamy chocolate turtle candy notes of caramel and walnuts, which is very cool in that second third. In the final third, again, this lengthy and relaxing meditative smoke becomes bolder in flavor with some bold smokiness that coats the palate. Everything is smoothing out even on the retrohale, while notes of deep charred oak and classic well-aged bourbon flavors start revealing themselves.
exactly, Joey.
Yes.
Yeah. The cigar's final third brings the smoker inside that charred oak barrel that helped age its tobacco. And finally, some salted dark chocolate notes start coming in over bold campfire roasted chestnuts on the finish. This is definitely a cigar for like seasoned cigar smokers due to its boldness and flavor. And again, for those looking for a bold smoke, this GTO is the way to go.
Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think what's great about the pairing is that that, as you said, that deep chocolate, dark chocolate, and I'm getting a very much a cherry, super cherry out of the whiskey.
Yeah, Sunil, if you want to give us a rundown on this GlenDronach 15 before we get more into that pairing.
That was a layup, man. So thanks for this. So the GlenDronach 15, you know, probably a lesser known Scottish whiskey out there, but it is just, the brand is amazing. Their core expressions is fantastic. The 15, I think it's their sweet spot. So the 15, it's matured in two different barrels, right? They have Oloroso sherry as well as Pedro Jimenez sherry. The barrels come from Andalusia, Spain. And they age them for 15 years. So they're rested for 15 years in each of the individual barrels. Then they combine the barrels, so combining both the Oloroso as well as the Pedro Jimenez, and then they bottle it. In the Scotch world, it has to be, for it to be a 15-year-old, it has to be aged for a minimum of 15 years age. So some of these barrels could be 18, it can be 20. It all depends on what the master distiller really thinks when they're putting this together. The GlenDronach in particular, they like to keep their expressions pretty consistent from year after year after year. So if you're drinking a 15 today as you are 3 years from now, it should taste relatively the same. And what's really cool about this expression is, again, because you have these two different cask types coming together, you're going to get these different flavors. So from the Oloroso, you're going to get this rich, dark caramel. You're going to get some walnuts. You're going to get some deep fruit flavors, right? So kind of think about that from the Oloroso. When you switch over to the PX, right? PX is a very sweeter type of fortified wine. And on that, you're going to get toffee. You're going to get raisins. You're going to get molasses. You're going to get some of those notes that you just mentioned.
Right.
So it's a really complex whiskey, which I really like. And what I like about this too, because it's so rich, it holds up really well to even this beautiful cigar we're having tonight, which is a little bit bolder in style.
Right.
Still, the whiskey still delivers because of the rich, deep fruits
Yes.
that's in the whiskey. Pairs, I think, really exceptional with this amazing cigar.
It totally does, because you don't have an overshadowing happening where
Correct.
You get that nullification. It'll just like, okay, there goes. It just basically destroyed the bourbon or whiskey.
One doesn't cancel out the
other. No.
Right. They
enhance,
exactly
they enhance each other, and they elevate each other. So there isn't that cancelization. There's just elevation.
Well said.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
You know,
Well said.
Really nice.
that's something that I kind of had a question about, because of course, like I'm a big person. If something has been, as far as whiskey is concerned, if it's been aged in a sherry cask, I can tell and I love it. And I can tell like with this. And it pairs perfectly with this cigar. And I'm a newbie to cigars. Right. But one of the things that I was kind of looking at, like as I was like researching like the whiskey, is, you know, just about what they've gone through, why it was called Revival in general. And I was seeing that what happened when they came back around, as far as like, you know, the whiskey was concerned, is that some people said they use chill filtration with the whiskey now, and it doesn't taste the same anymore. This is my first time hearing of it. So I'm like, okay, let me wait to ask the experts about it, because they were like, you know, the chill filtration takes away all of the taste that it used to have before they went on their little hiatus and then came back. So I was definitely wanting to ask about that and see, like, what is that all about?
Do you want me to take this one, Joe, or do you want to?
Go for it.
Yeah, so great question, Serena. So chill filtration is basically a technique or a practice that some whiskey brands use to keep their whiskey when it sits on the shelf so it doesn't get cloudy. So whiskeys, it's made with barley, it could be made with wheat, and they have fatty components to that barley, to the wheat. And when it gets colder, right, those fatty components kind of come together. Kind of think of like a salad dressing, almost like an Italian salad dressing. If it kind of sits there, you kind of start seeing separation from the oils and the water. No different from a whiskey. So what some brands have chose to do, and honestly, I don't believe GlenDronach uses chill filtration, but some do. They actually chill their whiskeys. They remove all the fatty components of the whiskey. So no matter what temperature the bottle is sitting at, you're not going to see these clumps of like fatty deposits in your whiskey. Just one more point when it comes to the taste of it, you know, what happens to the taste? I would say the whiskey's taste doesn't really change that much. You're still going to get those notes from the whiskey, but what does change, in my opinion, is the mouthfeel, because you're losing those fatty components from the whiskey. So some whiskeys really coat the palate, and you get this really nice kind of feel in your mouth from those fatty acids that comes out. That you may lose if the whiskey is chill filtrated. Hopefully does that help to answer your question?
Yeah, and Sabrina also, just to piggyback.
She was, by the way, Sabrina's just, we don't see her. It's a voice from beyond.
Just so you know, Sabrina's in the WITSEG program, so she can't be on camera.
It's part of the Chicago.
We got to keep her identity under wraps, you know.
And just to piggyback off of that, Sabrina, to answer your question even more, I guess GlenDronach was it passed a few different owners, and the name Revival was chosen to highlight the fact that it was once again independently owned. I'm not sure who the Sunil, do you know who the current owner is?
Yeah, they're owned by another major brand. I'm trying to remember. I'll see if I can remember
Brown,
to come back
is
to
it
you.
Brown Foreman, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. It is Brown Foreman. That's
Okay.
exactly it. Yep.
All right, cool. So getting into the pairing, what I do is I'll do the cigar to the drink, and then I switch it right up, and I'll do the drink to the cigar. So when it comes time for this pairing, the cigar to the drink, we get chocolate orange marmalade that coats the entire palate, some white chocolate creaminess. The whiskey really tones down all of the cigar's bold flavors to a very cotton candy-like flavor. This part of the pairing is like putting out the campfire with a bucket of maraschino cherry juice.
Ooh, I like that.
Well,
beautiful.
Well said.
Wow, how do you get cotton
I don't know about
candy?
the cotton candy, but you know.
Cotton candy,
Oh, it's there.
That one.
Oh, it's there.
Joey goes to places that no human ever goes. It's like
It's called a
Trek.
country
Listen,
fair.
That's why he's the writer. He's the writer amongst us. He has the right job, right? We could do what he does.
Right. And then we cleanse the palate with some water, and then we go drink to cigar, where we get big sherry and cherry that are campfire roasted over by the bold flavors of the cigar. The cigar just makes everything more complex with its bold smokiness, and everything is like ramped up. I get campfire roasted marzipan filling with undertones of campfire roasted banana cream pie. The char of the cigar and the cinnamon from the whiskey really tingle and wake up the palate. This is a very unusual but awesome pairing.
Yeah,
exactly. No, well said, Joey.
What is everybody else getting on the pairing?
Not
Doctor?
cotton candy.
I didn't get the cotton candy, Joe, but that's okay.
Oh, it's there.
On that one.
Bazooka bubble gum. I'm getting a lot of that.
Can y'all see me or can y'all just hear me? I can see y'all.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. We can't see you, but that's okay.
I can see everybody just fine. That's crazy.
All right.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it was just me, but I can taste like sugar, like brown sugar. I don't know if that was just me, maybe.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Brown sugar.
Oh, I like that.
And a little blackberry is what I was feeling.
Oh, blackberry. Yeah.
That's what I was getting.
It's the berry part of it, right, Joey? You got that cherry berry, beautiful. It's
Well, if you ask Joe, he's going to be like, "Well, it's a cherry from the northern region of Europe."
Don't worry, Kyle. We'll pop your cherry tonight. Don't worry.
Oh, holy!
Not in my house, you won't.
Oh,
so right here on the back of the bottle, for the taste, it says honey glazed apricot and ripe fig with a crescendo of black cherry, angelica, and muscovado. I'm not sure what that is.
Moscato?
Muscovado. Yeah.
Wow, I don't even know what that is. That's a new one, even for us Italians. That's new.
He's
but overall,
Greek now.
overall, this pairing is like blending the perfect bourbon with the perfect sherried Scotch, which is very fascinating. And basically, it's like adding sherry to a bold bourbon. And it's very calming when you're doing this pairing and just relaxing and enjoying it. I know, Doctor, you like to you want to make sure your cigars are enjoyed slowly. And this is a cigar pairing for both bourbon lovers and Scotch lovers alike. So it was Scotch versus bourbon, and it married very well.
Absolutely,
yeah.
That was well said. Absolutely.
Doc, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Let me hear from the doctor.
What does he think of the pairing?
Dissect this, will you?
I'm thinking it's just a wonderful blend. It highlights the best of both. I'm in love right now because I haven't been able to enjoy this cigar all by itself with this pairing in a long time. So I think it's pretty. It's fantastic.
You got to slow down a little bit, buddy. You really do.
He's not on call tonight. He can have a,
No, I'm not on call tonight.
See,
it's about time.
He's supposed to retire, though, Doc. Aren't you retiring at some point soon? You're like slowing down, like doing some clinic work. You're not going out there, operating, are you?
Oh, he's an operator. Don't worry about it.
I still operate. That's bread and butter right there. But
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried about this pairing because it's a bourbon barrel aged cigar, so it would have been very easy to do a bourbon and just let everything just kind of advance each other. But I wanted to challenge myself with a really good Scotch, a bold Scotch like Sunil mentioned earlier, and again these boldness levels just kind of matched up to this incredible pairing.
Well, it's relaxing, both of them. Just right now, it's a chill. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Doc, you have a fantastic blend here as usual with all your lines. Anyway, we're not just blowing.
GTO always has a hit on there. I mean,
I'm a fan of the Painkiller.
Yeah, Painkiller is a good one too.
Yeah.
Now that's a bold cigar, though. I mean, that's a bold cigar.
La cura, because you need a cure for everything. So he's got a cigar for everything.
Another good one.
He's got the hypnotic, so it puts you under his spell. That's the doctor putting his spell on people. So he's got a cigar for every person out there.
Right, every palate for sure.
Every palate. So that's
Hey, Sabrina's back.
Sabrina's back.
Sabrina, you made it.
Sabrina's a newbie. What's the best cigar?
I got super close to my router. Like I'm literally sitting on top of my router.
There we go.
I'm in my kitchen with the window open, super close to the router.
How's that router working
I'm
out
a
for
real
you?
person. I am not a ghost. I swear.
I know women like to sit on a washing machine. But
Hey.
Yeah, what else is that router doing for you, Sabrina?
Oh my!
I'm back.
Ronnie has to take it there. Ronnie has to take it to.
And we're off the rails again. Oh my!
You know,
Yeah, after you sit on that router, you might have to see the gynecologist.
Oh boy!
That's where the painkiller comes in.
Oh, come on!
Right.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Oh boy! All right, people
Okay.
that's listening, calm down, calm down.
I don't even know what to
So,
say
Doc,
after that.
I have a question for Doc. And by the way, I'm really enjoying your cigar. Super smooth. I'm getting like dusted cocoa. I'm getting the leather.
Yeah.
I'm getting like walnuts. And again, not to kind of beat a dead horse, but it pairs so well with the Scotch. Typically, when you have a cigar, do you pair it with a whiskey or another spirit? I'm just curious.
The whole time while I'm blending and I'm when we're putting the cigar together, as I smoke the different parts, I'm always working to make sure that the cigar leaves a clean taste in the mouth. Because we use quality tobaccos that we grow, there is seldom any aftertaste. So honestly, our cigars will pair very well with any libation, and I do that intentionally because I do like the higher end whiskeys and bourbons. If you've got a nice, I personally I'm a Balvenie 30 guy.
Ooh.
I
love it.
If you're out there, I don't want anything messing with my libation. The spirit has to be on its own, and the cigar doing its own thing. So it's a beautiful concert, if you will, of both arts.
Bob was there when they barreled the Balvenie 100.
He actually barreled it. They asked him. They said, "Hey, Bob, can you help us barrel these?" He said, "Sure, why not?"
Well, I was
Not at the time.
I was the Cooper. I made the barrel.
Hey, but if you guys notice one thing that's I'm really proud of. I know you guys might miss this, but I use a very, very old technique in trying to envelop the strength of the cigar. Like it's actually an undertone and not in your face. It'll sneak on you if you're not careful, because when you finish the session, you're gonna feel very nice. It's not a bold in your face, in my opinion, because I hid the strength component very well in the binder and in the filler itself. I don't want to, I'm not going to say how I did it, but
that's right.
Oh, we almost got the secret sauce. He was going. He was going. We almost reeled you in.
Doctor, what I loved was
drink
the
a little
first
more,
third.
then we'll talk about it again.
Doctor, what I loved was the first third was it wasn't bold. It was kind of mild, and everything just kind of got stronger and stronger and very bold towards the back end of the cigar.
Yep.
Which I loved. And I got to ask, this is a cigar aged 12 years, you said?
Yeah, basically.
How are you keeping the price point where it's at so low for such a well-aged cigar?
Because he's not greedy.
Because he's a doctor.
I'm not greedy. I believe GTO is a brand for the people. I specifically designed GTO to be a high quality product at the best value on the market. I get overlooked because I got guys coming up to me and they'll tell me like, I'm looking for a $20 or $30 cigar, and I'm like, you don't have to, brother. You can smoke this baby right here. Buy 3. Don't worry about it. It's going to take you there.
$30.
Oh, I tell you what. I mean, if you've ever seen like the GTO label. He's got one of the best label arts.
There you go.
I mean, you look at that. I mean, that's like gold shiny, and then you got the 33 in there. I mean,
Doctor, is that the leaf you put in your pocket?
It's actually that leaf was the one that was most representative of the leaf batch of the 33 that I sampled. that was the one that just stuck out to me, and I said I'm going to use this one, and I actually drew that. I'm the one who designs every bit of all my stuff. I am a little bit of an artist, but I drew it in pencil the way I wanted it, and I'll show you one day my
Yeah, we want to
renderings.
see the early renderings, Doc.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
you know, that's part of the whole process.
So he's a doctor and an artist. Sabrina, he could do a lot more for you than that router.
That's
come on. Joey, come on. Joey.
That's called the Doctor of Love. That's not a song, I think.
Hey, look how red Joey's getting.
Doc is getting. Look how red Doc are getting very red.
It's the whiskey. It's the whiskey.
Oh, I bet it is the whiskey for sure on you, Joe.
Hey, listen, that's a Kiss song. They call me Doctor Love.
Yeah,
that is a good doctor, and he does love. Sabrina got a kick of that, but you know what? It's true because when you're passionate about something, and you know, Doc, this goes to show folks out there that when you're passionate about something, it comes out in your product, just like an artist. It comes out in the art. This is the same thing. That passion is right here. You enable us to enjoy your passion. So you give us a part of you that is so special that, you know, we can't be with you during the day. You're busy. You're operating, but we can grab one of your cigars and we feel that connection to you, to your experiences. And that's the beauty and the journey of cigar smoking in general.
You know what? I had a question about that because when I was looking, since I'm the newbie, when I was looking through his cigars, I'm like, okay, this one is called Atlanta. And there are a couple of you have after other cities, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes. And so, like, when I was looking at why you called this particular one Atlanta, I'm like, okay, so he must have been there really in the environment. Either he was living there or visiting, and he really came to understand why he wanted to call it this. Something influenced that. And so I think that's such a big thing for you to be somewhere and it can influence like what you put into a cigar. Now you do have other cities. I don't know anything about it. Like I'm the newbie, like I said, but I did see that. I think you have like a couple of other cities. I think if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I haven't named any other cigar to another city because like I primarily now live in Atlanta. Even though I've been there for about 20 years, but I lived in. I should have changed my name to Marriott because I was a hotel guy. But I got tired of that stuff. You know, people walking into my room and I sleep a la natural. So you know, like I feel coming in, I'm like, what? You know, so,
you guys are getting on me.
The Marriott router.
Yeah, but he's a doctor. It's all right.
Oh, yes, he is. Wait till he goes for your, snap that glove on you.
If you stay at my house, I'll make sure that I change the sheets immediately when you leave.
Burn the sheets. Burn the sheets.
Yeah, but this is a great pairing. The article in the Whiskey Network magazine, which is whiskey-network.net, will come out. May? So June 1st.
Oh, nice. Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic.
So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're going to the Whiskey Network and sign up for free. It's a free newsletter. It comes right to your email.
Yeah, it goes to your email inbox on the first of every month. We have our Friday barrel reports that go right to your email inbox every Friday as well.
Beautiful. And Doc, how can we people who don't have a brick and mortar with your cigars, how can they get your cigars? Because we got a bunch of people who's going to, want to know and grab these cigars from you, besides whoever wins one tonight.
Oh, well, definitely. If you go to Cigars and More in Birmingham, Alabama, they do a lot of our mail order for us.
Nice.
And also with ROVS. If you look up ROVS distributing in Florida, those guys... They also they'll get them out to you. But if you really look on the website and you look at locations, you'll notice that there's about I haven't put everything on there. I only have like the first like 800 or 600 stores on that one. But look there and please support our local brick and mortar shops. Call any one of them. Ask where you live because I'd love if I'm not in that area. we're quickly multiplying and coming to a town near you.
Okay, so is it okay if I ask, like, what might you be working on next? Can I know?
Good question.
Sabrina would love to know.
Recipe, the Krabby Patty recipe. What's going on? What you working on next?
He's working on the Marriott router.
I guess what she wants to know is, do you have anything new coming at the PCA?
What's in the pipeline? What's in the pipeline?
No. For this year, I'm really just I'm working on releasing really well the 33, because the 33 is really, it's not everywhere. We're just getting into it. So 33 will be our ultimate premium line, our super premium line. It'll be out there because the Figurado sells for $15. In Atlanta, it's about $17 to $18. It just takes, guys, it takes a long time to be able to produce a high quality product, especially in a Figurado, like shaped like this. The artisan and the craftsmanship that's used here, it's something to be marveled at and respected. But don't worry, guys, there's always something. I'm already 3 blends into the future, but
Nice.
I'm always tweaking, fixing,
Nice.
Nice.
And folks,
Beautiful.
if you're going to the PCA in Las Vegas in July, make sure you stop at the booth there and see Dr. Oscar and talk about it yourself
And
with
come
him.
see us
me and
Chooches.
And the Chooches will be there. Yes, we'll
Definitely.
be there for sure. Go to the Boutique Cigar Association Pavilion, and there's going to be about 15, 16 other companies in that pavilion also, with a bunch of boutique cigar lines. And it's going to be a great show, folks. Great show. But get your GTO, I can tell you that. How many lines do you have under the GTO line, Doc?
Well, right now, presently, there's 32 different Vitolas, about 7 different blends that I distribute. I don't try to make the same blend. Doesn't get every Vitola. I don't do, I don't do a Gordo, a Toro, and a Robusto in every blend. I actually make the blend for the Vitola that I'm thinking about. So, like in this case, I've always wanted to bring back an excellent Corona Gordo. It's an excellent smoke. It's a nice 45 to 55 minute smoke.
Exactly.
So I'll think of the Vitola first, and then I'll create something that works with that shape.
Well, the Gordo's right up Bob's alley. He's always into Gordo's. Bob's
Mr. Gordo, they call it. Mr. Gordo. Now, I love this size. I think it allows for that deepness and flavor that you get. And let me tell you, I'm blown away by this cigar.
And a very slow smoke. We're like 2 hours in, and look at this.
Exactly. And you know me, I smoke cigars quickly.
It's a vacuum.
I'm, but you know what? I've changed.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
I've turned a new leaf.
Sabrina's dying laughing. What?
So Frank's become a Kirby now, right?
I've learned to enjoy a cigar.
About time.
And allow it to speak for itself over time, as opposed to rushing it. Because ultimately, when you rush a cigar, you actually hurt the blend, right, Doc? Because
you cook it too much.
You're
steaming
smoking it hot.
You're
You're not enjoying truly the flavors that are there for you to enjoy.
Oh yeah.
So sit back, relax, enjoy the cigar, and you know what? The great thing is, Joey's going to say, "Hey, you know what? It's about that time that we go to sponsors."
Yeah, Bruce is quiet today. He hasn't said anything.
Very quiet.
He must be wearing his diaper tonight.
He might be wearing he might be into Depends tonight. I don't know. Yeah, Bruce is there. Yeah.
So the one thing about our audience.
Oh, he just answered. Hold on.
It
What did he
says
say?
no shirt. Oh,
no shirt.
Our audience is very unique.
I got you, Bruce.
They will watch the show, naked, and unafraid. You know, there's the show Naked and Afraid. Our people are naked and unafraid. They don't care.
Hey, if I was naked, I'd be afraid of dropping a hot ash on myself.
All right, so I tell you what, let's get ready for
Talk
our
about
next
burning
sponsors.
a cigar in the wrong way.
Well, I bet you're serious, yeah. And Frank, tell the folks what they can expect here.
What they can expect, you know, and if it's Sunil and Sabrina, we do a segment called "Smoke or Stump the Chooch."
The Chooch.
And what that's all about, I'll give you a preview of who the Chooch is and why he came to be. The Chooch is the hardest working jackass there is, but I kind of asked some trivia questions to the guys and then the audience for some prizes. And it's become kind of like a fan favorite, I guess. Don't ask me why, because
they get free shit.
No, that's the reason.
Yeah, we're gonna give away a Marriott router tonight.
We get a Marriott router. Sabrina is actually purchasing a new router after she sat on the one that she has there. So there's no longer that router will be included in one of the prizes.
The router can go. It's 7 years old. It talks a lot. It's a little boy. It's a little 7-year-old router boy. It can go.
I got dibs on that router. I want that router.
It smells like a vacuum cleaner.
Wow. Holy moly.
So when we come back, folks, we're going to have a little smoke the chooch, stump the chooch, and there'll be some prizes, and we'll talk about the prizes when we get there. How's that?
Hit the share button,
Sounds
folks.
great.
Hit the share, folks. All righty. We'll be back right after this.
This industry is steeped in family and tradition. You know, there's generational stuff, and I see it over and over, and yet no, I didn't come from that. Being the outsider looking in, I got to ask all the silly questions, and people were very accepting to want to give me all the right answers. I'm very thankful for those people who kind of allowed me to come in. Now with Alec and Bradley in the business, to have our company become generational, that's pretty cool.
Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are fourth-generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature firehouse cigar line. Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. R&A Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. the last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
And we're back. There you go. Hey, Frank, was
somebody dropped
that? That's Chicago. That's Chicago.
Sabrina fell off the router.
She went invisible.
Yeah. Well, the router's
We'll hear her,
dead.
I'm sure. The router, I guess, it doesn't work when we go to sponsor breaks. The router cuts out.
Yeah.
And this just in, new sponsor, the Marriott router. You'll know when to smoke them.
You know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
So, Joe, what is the presents for tonight? Because everybody's eager to win.
Yeah.
What are we giving away tonight?
Presents, I love it. The presents.
Presents. Yeah,
On
presents.
behalf of Whiskey Network, we're going to give away a GlenDronach 12.
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Very
Beautiful.
nice.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Very
And
nice.
then we always put our other guests on the spot. Hey, Doc, you want to throw in something for these folks so that they can actually try this pairing?
There it is.
The sample
look
pack.
at that.
There you go.
Woo!
Holy cow.
And I'm gonna throw this in too.
Whoa!
You get a glass as well. So everybody gets a chance to get a
Wow.
glass.
Wow.
We're not worthy.
We are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Neither are our listeners. No, no.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Beautiful.
Sabrina's going to throw in a plane and a plate.
Oh,
A plane, a small Cessna. You know,
I heard they're doing that in Matchbox these days, too.
wow.
All right. Beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Hey,
what
you
a
guys,
prize
man.
package.
This is
What
gonna
a
be
prize
lot.
package.
wow.
I can't believe
I got 3 of these.
Oh, 3
Great.
packs. Oh.
Oh.
All right, Joe. Now, how
So
many
wait a
bottles
minute.
of whiskey you
How
going?
many bottles of whiskey?
Everyone's
Go ahead.
everyone's up
Bottles of
in, you know.
In a router.
In a router.
I got the router. I want the router.
You got the router. You know? All right. So listen, Frank, I think we might have to do,
Yeah,
you know,
we
let's
got
do
to.
two
Two of
early.
We'll do
Let's
two.
do 2 segments,
of
2
Yeah.
packages,
Two-
and then
two
the big
Smoke
one.
the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do 2. We'll do
Yeah,
2. Even
yeah.
though, you know, I'm prepared. I'm always prepared because I know people throw things all of a sudden. the presents, as Ronnie likes to say, presents.
Let's
early
do the
come
glass with the
The
whiskey.
giveaways.
Glass with the whiskey. Perfect.
Yes.
Right?
Perfect. Yes. The glass with the whiskey.
And a pack.
Yeah, I'd say let's do the cigars
pack.
first, and then the big package.
Right. We'll get 2 cigar packs.
Right.
Go along. The 1 pack will go with the glass and the
And
whiskey.
that's the biggie.
Well,
That's beautiful.
the
This
big
way people can see
Yeah.
what we're experiencing tonight.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because this
Yeah.
is an amazing pairing, guys.
Yeah.
I have no question about it. This is a fantastic cigar and a fantastic pairing on the whiskey, man.
Mhm.
Great job. And the glass, my God, we have to talk off the air about the glass.
And the router.
And the router.
Sabrina.
Where are you?
Wasn't
All
that
right.
on Bewitched to get Sabrina, her cousin? Remember her?
So, you know, the one thing about this segment is that it brings history right to the forefront. I love history. So, you know, that's why the segment was born out of history. And, you know, history does tend to repeat itself, sometimes good for good, sometimes for bad.
That's why Bob always repeats himself.
That's right.
That's just because he can't remember.
That's true. You got to remind them. It's all about, you know,
You got to get
it's
the
memory.
paper. Get the paper.
Get the paper.
Look at Kathy, our listener. Get on with the show. Hey,
Yeah,
get
yeah.
on with the prizes. We're getting
Wow,
it, you know. We're
wow,
getting there.
wow.
Yeah.
Boy, they're pushy tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
boy.
you see
All
the
right,
prizes
yeah,
we're giving
everybody's
away?
With the prizes, yeah, all right.
All right. So for everyone here, at what I like to call the dais, so Sunil, Doc, Joey, Ronnie, and obviously, Sabrina said
We lost
no,
Sabrina.
I'm not going to do this.
Nope,
Ooh.
she's
Well,
out.
she's router right now. She's doing tech work.
She'll be back
She
on.
is.
She'll be back
She'll
on.
be back. She'll be back. You know, she'll be back. But okay, so for you folks, not for the audience, but for you guys here. So in 1754.
Just like yesterday.
As Bob was born.
Mhm. The first newspaper cartoon appeared. What was the name of the cartoon?
754.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And it was actually in
What was it?
Benjamin
Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Franklin's, newspaper called the Pennsylvania Gazette. But what was
Correct.
the nobody knows this.
I can't hear you, Frank.
Wow.
I
You can't hear
I
me.
got Ronnie keep yapping over you, so I can't hear.
It's join or die. It was
Oh,
it was a
Ooh.
picture of that snake with different pieces cut up.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Join or die.
Don't threat on
Join
me.
or die.
And
And it
it's like this
basically,
podcast, you join or die.
yes. No, that's poor Sabrina. That's her.
There she
Joining
is.
or
She's back.
Why
She's
can't I
back.
hear them?
Can you hear us
Well, we
now?
can
We can
see
hear
I
you.
cannot hear them.
We can hear you.
We hear you and we see you.
I think she overdid that 7-year router. I don't know.
Yeah.
Reboot, Sabrina. Reboot.
All right.
Reboot.
All right. We got a crowdfunding going for Sabrina and her new
We-
router.
Crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. That's always good. All right. So I stumped you guys, and I'm good for that. Here's another one. So on this date in history, in 1944, he becomes governor of Louisiana, and he's also known for writing the song "You Are My Sunshine." And he's also known. Look, this guy's known for a lot of things.
Jimmy
He's
Davis.
also- look at Joe, Jimmy Davis. He's also known for being for living over 100 years old, more than any governor ever.
But not
Jimmy
older than
Davis.
Bob.
Well, yeah, Bob didn't govern
And he
much of
governed
anything.
all those years?
He governed for 100 years. When once he was born, they said, "You're
the governor.
You're the governor."
Bob was the campaign manager.
Yes, Bob was his campaign manager.
I would say that would be Juan Pablo Duarte.
All right, next.
Here's a good one. Maybe you guys, this is getting closer to your time frame. All right. On this date in history, in 1974, Bonnie Raitt played 2 shows at Harvard Square Theater in Cambridge, Mass. Who was her opening act, where Rolling Stone critic John Landau was quoted saying, "I have seen rock and roll's future,"
Springsteen.
and his name is
Springsteen.
Springsteen. There you go, Bruce Springsteen. Very well done, Bob.
Nice.
It's music. It's right up Bob's alley.
And I'll give you one more because this will just make, that's just the way it is. Maybe 2 more because I like
Bob was the band manager.
Bob.
I could only wish.
In 1992, also on this date in history, his first national television appearance on Saturday Night Live with host Tom Hanks. His first television appearance.
In what year? 70?
1992. 1992.
Wow.
His first television appearance, and again, musician. So what's very interesting, it was Bruce Springsteen.
It was.
Oh.
So on this day in history, I guess it's 18 years apart. It took him 18 years from that moment to actually then appear first time on TV. 18 years.
He was probably driving from Mask all the way down to New York. That's how long it takes on the highway.
And one more for you folks.
Oh, you can't get all right. The guests are going to get pissed off at you, Frank.
I know they are. That's the way it works here. They're allowed to.
All right, there you are.
All right. On this day in history, 1958, this American film noir psychological thriller, directed by blank, starring Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Vertigo?
Alfred Hitchcock Vertigo.
Vertigo.
There you go, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Very well done.
There you go.
Very well done.
Not
Very
bad.
well
Very
done.
nice.
There
Very
you go.
nice.
Nice. All right. This one's for the audience. 2 packs.
All right. 2 packs of
sample packs.
GTO.
2 sample packs.
Doc,
Oh my.
hold up those 2 packs. Make people like salivate because
He's
you know,
got. Yeah.
there it
There
is.
it is.
There you go.
Oh.
Sabrina, can you hold up that router?
Sabrina can't hear us.
She can't hear.
Yeah.
She can
Poor
only
Sabrina.
Oh.
She is like so pissed at her router right now.
I just see the finger. She's like going,
yeah, she's giving you the finger.
Giving you the index finger. All right.
Oh
here we
no.
go.
Oh no.
Poor Sabrina.
All right. This is for the audience for the wonderful 2-packs. So let me get the comments up there. Here we go. On this date in history in 1966, this band played at the Whisky A Go-Go in West Hollywood, California, auditioning for the position of the venue's house band. 1966, folks.
Wow, we got Alexa's working overtime right now.
Oh yeah, they are.
They
It's
got
1960s. Oh, Christopher
who do we have?
Eden, the first one to jump in here. Christopher Eden says The Doors.
The Doors.
And he is
And
absolutely
Teresa
correct.
is going nuts
Correct.
over here.
Correct.
The Doors is correct.
All right.
Christopher Eden, take the nice, very nice, Chris. Nicely done. Wow.
Doc will send you his address. You can send it to him personally because if I get it, I'm going to send it to Frank.
And yeah, and he'll never get it.
Congrats, Chris. Congrats. Awesome.
All right, folks.
All
this,
right.
this next one is I'm gonna give you a little visual aid. And
Ooh.
I'll visual aid.
Okay.
All right.
I thought we stopped that.
This is for
Well, this
the
is just-
bottle.
This is for the bottle,
glass.
for the glass,
And
and a pack of cigars. Oh my God,
wow.
guys.
Wow.
Make it a good one. They have to work for this one, Frank.
Well, you always have to work. Listen, I try to make things so that people have to work for it. I mean, that's the way it goes here. Here you go. So let me put this up. I got to make sure I don't put the answer up.
Which you'll
Was
probably
that-
do.
Which easy there, Ronnie. Easy. Okay,
Won't be the first time.
here we go. Let me get my comments ready. As soon as I put this up.
This is the one that you ask which items were in King Tut's tomb, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
All right, here we go, folks. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Before I
What?
do that, no, I have to actually, my
Just
my,
like in the background,
phone.
crickets.
my phone timed out. I can't do that. All right, ready? Here we go. Name this fabled Scottish bird that has been nesting at the distillery since its opening.
Ooh, that's a nice one. The birds.
It's called the Dronach.
Come on, everybody.
No answers.
This
Come
is
on,
for the
guys.
whiskey, the glass,
This is
the pack.
The
Come
grand
on.
prize.
I guess I can't answer this, right? I mean,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Wait. We have
the
we have-
Marriott
oh.
router bird.
We have
Uh-oh.
somebody who Justin Brown. Justin Brown says rooks. Could that be the answer, folks? Huh. The rook.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Justin Brown for the win. I love that.
Wow.
Very
Awesome.
nice.
Justin Brown, make sure you PM us
Awesome.
your information and your address so we can get that to everybody and they can get that package to you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Justin. That is awesome.
Still enjoying
Wow.
the cigar. Look at that.
Yeah, we're still here.
Oh,
2
yeah.
hours later in the smoke. Doc, what do you got in this thing, man? I mean, this is fabulous.
Delicious.
I had to break out the Cigar Medic's little holder so I could finish
Nice.
this. Boy.
There you go. There you go.
Awesome.
We've got our numbers.
We got the numbers here also.
Nice.
Well, guys, listen, we can't thank you enough for coming on the show. And again, also offering the fantastic prizes that you guys did. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything. Hope you had a good time. And
Fantastic.
you got to get back to New York October 15th, Long Island City, folks. So make sure
There you go.
you take a look at that event. Sabrina, can you hear us now?
I think I can hear you guys now.
Hey, there we are.
She's
Woo!
and the show is over, by the way.
I had to restart my entire. I don't know what happened. Like you all were fine at one moment, and then you weren't anymore.
Not to say it's the same thing with you. You were fine, and you disappeared.
That's typical of the chooches.
Those
so
fingernails
sorry,
are.
guys.
No, that's all right. I have to admit, watching your hands move with those fingernails and the colors, was quite interesting.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It was delightful to watch. No problem. But Sabrina, also, we want to thank you so much for coming on. We hope you had a good time. And how can people hook up with you and maybe get you to do a special activity with them, event?
You just find me on Instagram or TikTok, Planes and Plates, Planes _and_plates. And that's it. I'm there.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The underscores for the router.
Right.
Yes. Because I'm right next to it, and apparently there are still problems. Like, how did that happen?
Underperform.
I swear. Oh my goodness.
Well, Dr. Oscar wants that one. He claimed nobody bid on it. So you're getting that 7-year-old, Dr. Oscar. I don't know when, but you'll get it someday.
Sunil, how do we get these glasses?
Yes.
Yeah. So the glasses can be found at wonderswhiskey.com. Again, it's we can do expedited shipping, standard shipping. You'll have it in 3 to 5 days typically. We have the clear, the black, the carbon, and to come later this year we'll have this one still to be named. Have some ideas. Here in November we'll have that one ready. That's going to be sold in a pair. So
beautiful.
I just want to thank you guys very much for having me on tonight, and made some new friends tonight, which was great. And Doc, Sabrina, nice meeting you guys as well. It was really a joy to be here. Had a really good time. So thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. And
GTO,
to our sponsor,
GTO
GTO, man.
Yeah, GTO is in like 1,500 different stores across the country.
Hey, and we were just featured in this beautiful magazine. So I wanted to put it out there. The Covey Rise. They've done a 5-article spread on me. A cigar man, they call me. So if you haven't ever pulled this up, check out our articles on there.
Oh, not only a doctor, he's also
a celebrity.
Celebrity.
And check out the upcoming article on whiskey.network.net.
Fantastic, folks. There you go. Hey, everybody, again, thank you so much. If you want to stay for the after party, you can. If you have to leave, we understand. But all our listeners, thank you so much. To our 2 winners, congratulations.
Yes.
They're fabulous prizes, and you're going to have fun with them. And I'm telling you, this cigar, I'm not going to bed until I finish it, so I got another 2 more hours. So we're good on that one.
Oh, wait, you guys announced the prizes. I was glitching.
Oh, you glitched, all right.
It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook from my favorite store, Trader Joe's. They made a cookbook.
Wait a minute.
And I went and got another one because I knew somebody would love it just as much as I
Okay, you know
did.
what, Frank? Can we do another? Why don't we do another huge question?
Let's do another one real quick.
For the winner here, a cookbook from Sabrina. Let's do another one, Frank. And
folks, really? No,
everybody who stayed on.
I got to pull out anybody who's still on.
Well, we got people on. We got people on. Let's get a cookbook going. Definitely.
Right.
Thank you, Sabrina. That's very nice.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No.
It was a glitch.
Would have allowed me to be. I don't know what was going on, but yeah.
Yeah, and Kathy Pecorini says, yeah, she wants that cookbook. Let's see if she can win.
All right, folks.
Give her a hard one for her,
I'm going
Frank.
to give you a tough one for
yeah,
right.
you know.
Well, might as well. Why the heck not?
Why not?
Why not? All right, listeners, one more prize to be given away tonight here on the Great Cigar and Pipe Show.
All right.
That's a good one, Frank. What year was the first piece of meat cooked?
All right. On this date in history, folks, for the cookbook, this American piano man was born in 1949.
That's an easy one, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
Well, you
That's
were
an
born
easy
then, but, we know that.
Bob was already 35.
It was after Buck Rogers, I know.
Oh, look. Oh, Kath Kathy Paterni says Billy Joel. And she's
Is that the answer?
Correct. Billy
Oh,
Joel.
there you go.
Nice. Oh, look at Oscar putting up. Oh, wait a minute. He's got hieroglyphics going on. Send to router.
Not to Brady. Not to Brady in Atlanta. Hold on. Not to Brady.
I want that router.
Make sure you send it warm.
You know what? I'll take the vacuum any day.
Well, there you go. Well, folks, another great prize given away here on the show. Make sure you tell all your friends. Join us next week. We're going to have another fascinating guest, and we're excited for her to come on. So,
hey, Ron, I don't want to interrupt you, but
but go ahead.
When you do get your wonderful prizes, make sure you take a picture of it, post it, and tag everyone. Tag us, tag the good doctor, tag Wonders of Whiskey, tag Joey, even though he doesn't like being tagged.
Oh yeah,
tag
sure.
Sabrina, and just thank us for what we do for you guys. So, and it's always good. We like to get it out there to the universe. So, post whatever you get.
You got to tag the donkey.
Tag the donkey. Tag the chooch. And that could be a whole pin the tail on the chooch.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Well, show them the other chooch, Frank.
Well, yeah, no, the chooch. I didn't want to bring it up.
I do want to bring it up.
It's interesting because it seems to follow us around on the show.
It does.
And
there it is. The Joey chooch.
You guys are fucking assholes.
And with that, the show is now over. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate that. Unbelievable. Anyway, everybody, thank you. Thank you so
guys
much for everything. You have a great night, all of you. We'll catch you
Sabrina,
next
Doctor,
week.
thank you for coming on.
Yes,
Joey, thank you for bringing on all the guests. Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll
Cheers,
see you
all.
soon, everybody.
Take care.
Good night,
Keep it
everybody.
going. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful.